before we get started, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, I do got to give you a brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates and I want you to leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, you're going to get it through other people, all right? Be patient with your process. Also, y'all already know, this about the time to go ahead and hit that volume, all right? Because I'm loud, I'm only going to get louder, so definitely go ahead and hit that volume, okay? Now, before we get started, I want you to know the message for today. We got a few downloads, right? But there's a few things that we definitely got to focus on, all right? So the message for today is this. Get ready and get in position. Get ready and get in position. And I'm going to explain it to you, right? There's certain individuals that you've been on a path of healing. You've been on a path of discovery. You've been getting closer to God. You've been healing certain things from you being a child. You understand? You've been on your path. There's certain things that, again, you had to go back to the drawing board in a sense. So these are certain things that you may have had test after test after test. Now let's talk, right? We're going to use the analogy as this. Think about in high school or think about you in school as a child, right? You had certain subjects that were stronger than the others for you. There's certain things that you didn't really know, but again, certain things that was being taught to you. There was other individuals that was among you as well that was sitting there getting the same tests as you, getting the same, aligned in the same class as you, so on and so forth. But again, some of them grasped the subject, some of them didn't. Some of them that were more popular, some of them weren't. So on and so forth. I want you to realize the same applies to you pertaining to your life, right? Because throughout life, there's certain tests that you get. There's certain areas of interest that other people may be more powerful in. However, again, the main thing is the time that you put in. Now, let's talk, chosen ones. There's certain ideas that you have. There's certain, again, gifts that God gave you. Whether or not this was your talent with music, whether or not you a poet, whether or not you, again, a designer, do art, so on and so forth, various interests. There has been certain subjects that you've been studying in a sense that you were more better at the other individuals that was in the same class that you was in. And when I say that, because again, there were certain subjects that you may not have grasped it originally, but what did you do? Certain things that you didn't know the answers to, you went to that teacher and trusted that they was going to teach it to you. See, you went ahead and invested one-on-one time. See, these other individuals, they had the same struggles pertaining to this subject as you. But the only difference is they ain't put in that time. They decided that they wanted to go and copy off of other people. See, this is equivalent to individuals that was put on the same path as you. Certain people that was supposed to partner up with you. Your mother, your father, sister, your brother, so on and so forth. Your friend, your lover. You can apply it, right? These are individuals that, again, were getting the same test as you. But how they sat there and approached that test made the difference between you two. See, when they got that test, instead of truly taking that test on, studying it, they failed and tried again. Instead of doing that, what did they choose to do? They chose to sit there and skip the test or skip class and go with other people. This is equivalent to individuals who don't want to do the work. God already told them things that they need to do, who they need to connect from, disconnect from, so on and so forth. But they chose that they wasn't going to make these moves. They decided to listen to the devil, persuade them to skip class in a sense. They sat there and allowed their peers to truly pressure them into getting into some so-so shit. These are individuals that, again, they sat there and seen you study and knew that you had knowledge and could have did the same thing as you, but they chose not to take in that time and put it towards some use. They chose to sit there and keep copying off of certain things that you was doing. See, at that time, you were so focused on doing your studies. This is equivalent to you not focusing on who's focusing on you. You was focusing on the task that God assigned you. So this is you working on your inner child. This is you going back to your childhood healing. This is you actually disconnecting from certain people so you can connect with who you're supposed to be with. There's certain things that you listen to and adhere to. You did the test. You did the work to work on you. These are the individuals chose not to do the same moves as you, but they decided to look from afar, study you, and write down your answers in a sense so that they could try to appear like they passing that test. There's people you were connected with that you felt a certain type of way because, again, you was making those moves. You was doing what God asked you to do. But these individuals was stealing certain ideas from you. They was out here imitating you. They may have been stealing money from you. It seemed like they was living better off the things that you was doing. See, at the time, you may have gotten mad. You may have even told the teacher on them in a sense, but they may not have been caught doing it. You could have told them, like, listen, so-and-so keeps copying off of me. Or so-and-so, you assigned us to this group project, but they just wrote their name on it and they taking credit off of me. See, there's certain individuals that you try to call out. And what did God do? See, when you went to God, that's equivalent to you going to this teacher and you telling them on these people. See, you sat there and went to God. God said, listen, I got you. Best believe I'm paying attention and I know who's really doing the work and who's not. See, I know who, again, is writing down certain answers at the last time. See, God was paying attention, but he told you don't worry about it. You just worry about the subject at hand. See, no matter if they try to imitate you or seem like they was doing what you doing, God was going to put that test up. See, think about your classroom in a sense. There's times that people can cheat off of you and they feel like nobody sees it or notices them. There's certain times that, again, people can go from person to person, getting certain information from them. This is equivalent to people going from person to person, stealing energy from them, stealing ideas from them, and taking it to somebody else. See, they may have seemed like they were successfully scamming the system at that time, but they was going to have to prove themselves. See, what they ain't realized is when that final came, all those books was going to have to be moved out the way. More people was going to come into that classroom to pay attention to these people. See, you studied for the test, chosen ones. You did the work, chosen ones. There was times you couldn't go to this party. You couldn't go to this event. There's certain times you had to sit out and you couldn't go and be included with them. But again, you was on your studies, chosen one. You put in that time, chosen ones. You understand me? Because you know that this was going to pay off. You knew that this had some type of meaning. So therefore, again, there were certain people that went out and was partying. Certain people that was parlaying with the devil in them. They was doing some evil things. You understand me? But again, they was coming back to you for you to carry them in a sense. You did all the work, but it was them who tried to benefit from it. See? God kept telling you, don't worry. Every time you got discouraged, like so-and-so's passing because of me. So-and-so's doing this because of me. God's like, listen, don't worry. I'm trying to tell you. We about to put them on blast publicly. See, God told you to stay silent because he was already observing it. He didn't want you to take attention off your task. He didn't want you to take attention off what you needed to do. God said, don't worry about these people that's out here trying to duplicate you, imitate you, because they're going to mess around and blow a fuse trying to be you. You understand me? You 101. So, listen. God is telling you right now, don't worry about those people that was trying to do what you do. Those people that was stealing your work. Those people that was lying or imitating you. Don't worry about those people that, again, was doing certain things and it looked like they was benefiting better than you off the work that you did. Don't worry about it because God's about to put them on blast. See, all of that work that you was doing, that studying in a sense you was doing. Again, they had an opportunity to pass a few tests off the expense of you. That's equivalent to you helping these people, or you helping these people pay these bills, or you helping these people energetically while they still was attacking you. See, you had certain moments, chosen ones, where you didn't think you was going to be vindicated, chosen one. I want you to realize that that was just a plot. God wanted to get them comfortable at what they was doing. See, they already failed the test. They already got an F on that final in a sense because the teacher already knew what they was doing. The teacher already was well aware that so-and-so was cheating and that so-and-so wasn't there. See, you was present every time, chosen one. When God asked you to do something, you sat there and stood in line, chosen one. You took the time to do the work. So now God's about to show you how he again was observant and he always knew your truth. See, these people are going to get put on blast. And when I say that, because they're not going to be able to pass this last test. And when I say that, because they don't got the knowledge, they don't got the energy, they don't got the frequency in order to do it. See, every time that they missed the class, they missed out on another subject that was being taught. So they don't have all the knowledge that you have. See, they tried to get over on God in a sense. They tried to do this and they turned around and did that. See, God was paying attention to all of that. Just know. So now these individuals that even was stealing from you certain things that you were speaking, whether they were stealing your ideas for your job, stealing words like it was theirs, trying to rob, like stealing, whatever the case may be, they took from you or they tried to actually be you and make it seem like you was a fake you. Whole time, you was the blueprint to these people, but God was like, don't worry about that. Because again, this final test, they not going to have everybody next to them like they was. So this test that they receiving right now, these people that have been stealing from you, that been taking ideas from you, that been trying to stop you and sabotage you, anything that they took gets returned back to you. And again, individuals are going to see that this person was copying off of you. Why? Because you passed the test. You get all that abundance coming through. You don't have to pay anything back. No IOUs. Everything that you gain is because you properly obtain it, actually, based upon the fact that you did what God asked you to do. See, these individuals was cheating, deceiving, and your truth's about to be shown to multiple people too. See, I'm trying to tell you, they not going to have these lifetime or lifelines that they used to have. They not going to have you next to them being able to provide certain answers to them. They not going to have other people able to financially provide for them. They not going to have all these opportunities to continue scamming. I'm trying to tell you, God's pulling out all of those stops, all of those things that they thought that they could lean on. I'm trying to tell you, now they are starting to see. See, they should have did the work. They should have took the time to truly study, but they chose to do some other things. See, these individuals that seem like they was ahead of you, they was out here getting funds. They fuckery funds by other people. So now God's stopping the money that they was getting. Because the people that they was getting for us no longer getting it. You understand me? God is making sure they have nobody to run to. All the chaos and all the corruption that they try to send to you is now surrounding them. They have nobody. You understand me? Whereas you did the work. So now you have endless opportunities and assistance that's coming through. See, people seeing that you was taking the time to try to comprehend. So now this teacher was like, cool, I don't have no problem with staying after the helping them. See, now God is sending certain individuals in certain areas of interest that you have. Now you about to see that you was never in lack. You was just simply paying attention to your task because now you was the person getting taught, but now you about to be the teacher. I'm trying to tell you. See, think of in school, if you don't know a subject and your teacher is kind of caught up doing other moves, they always ask a peer beside you who knows certain knowledge about that subject to help show you. See, chosen one, these individuals didn't even realize that you was the peer that God sent in to help them. You was the person that, again, had more information about this subject that you could have helped them in, but they chose to try you. They chose to try to stop you. They denied you. So therefore, again, the information that you could have provided them, you went out and provided to other people too. So now everybody else in the class knows what they should do except for these people. I'm trying to tell you. You were that student You were that, again, that student. Your teacher was God. God asked you, in my absence, when I step out, can you step up? You was like, cool, I got you. So therefore, again, these individuals try to show they ass because they seen a substitute, don't even realize that the substitute was going to speak. Man, listen. They don't realize that. You were the person that God sent in. You were the person who had more knowledge than them. But again, they felt a certain type of way. Now they 21 in the 12th grade. Something ain't adding up. I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, you did the work. You understand me? You did everything that God asked you to do. At the time, you thought these people was going to continue benefiting from you. Now God's about to put them on blast. Anybody who was stealing ideas from you, they about to get put on blast because they ain't got the answers to those questions like you. Sway. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, individuals who's out here stealing your work, God's about to put them on blast. He about to have them in front of the whole class like, hey, yo, I need you to read this part. I need you. Oh, you say you did your work, right? You did the homework? Okay, cool. God knows damn well that they copy their work off of you. So God called them in front of the class and had them recite their homework in a sense. Like, okay, you did the work. They talk about, yeah. God's like, okay, cool. Let me ask you a few questions. They thought that shit was going to be smooth. See, God started asking them a few questions, and they went based upon the work that they had got from you. But God asked them to elaborate on some things, and that's some shit that they ain't have the ability to do. See, God's going to have to answer those questions. You heard me? God's about to have them listen. Now it comes to the front of the class. You acting like you was the spelling bee champ, Mayweather. Let's see you read then. You heard me? Nah, they was deceiving. I'm trying to tell you, God's not about to play with them. Get on that loud mic then. Answer these questions. They don't got the answers. I'm trying to tell you. And that's how they gonna know that they was the duplicate and you was the blueprint. I'm trying to tell you, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. They don't got the answers. I'm trying to tell you, they ain't got the answers. You sat there on our original, you 101. You say certain things because God had that come to you. God gave certain ideas to you. He didn't give it to these people. And he about to show them that too. They going, listen, whole time they ain't realized that key to their answer. That key was you. You heard me? Man, I'm trying to tell you, that's why they looking dumb. They done got all this attention. They done got all these followers. They done got all these platforms that they got based upon the fact that they was repeating what you said, doing what you did, trying to be you, and it's really bullshit at it. But again, they had certain followers believing them, certain people that again was blaming you as being the duplicate whole time. What? You 101. You've been practicing. Let me tell you, they sat there, and these are individuals that, let's talk about a sports team. They got selected. They got chose, but you don't know why they got chose, right? You looking like, yo, I can play better than them. I'm a better sportsman than them, so on and so forth. You looking at them, but you realizing that the coach only put them in because they friends with they people them. So it's like they not even prepared for that position. But you, on the other hand, everybody seen you sitting out on the bench. Everybody seen you and felt like you wasn't a team player, so they didn't feel like they should have give you attention. Whole time, when that final play came, they called you fourth quarter on your Kobe tip to make those changes. See, I'm trying to tell you, God sat there and had you sitting out because you've been practicing for this shot your whole life. You've been preparing for this position. You've been practicing for this position. You already know what you are able to do. God already put that in your vision. So therefore, all you have to do is do it. And God's about to send that. I'm trying to tell you. Think of a quarterback, chosen ones. God is your quarterback. He got your abundance. He got your blessings. He got your love. He got everything. You understand me? All he needs you to do is get from out of the grips of these individuals that, again, while they out here think that they have all hands on the popular player, they was doubting you. They didn't even realize that God sat there and had them doubt you because he was about to throw to you. See, why they was distracted by these popular people, these people with this material things, they didn't even realize that the goal was within you. They didn't even realize what wealth really means. See, I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones. Individuals had you feeling like you wasn't good, that you wasn't good enough because you was sitting out. Nah, you was sitting out because they knew that, again, at this last play, everything depend on you. God had you sit out so that you can recharge your battery, so that you can prepare for this catch. You ain't had to do nothing in a sense all season but prepare for him. I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones. Get in position. You talk about you want to be, oh, I know my music will change the lives of people, but you working at a customer service and ain't sing to no people yet. You ain't put none in your music. And God already told you that you're going to be somebody who's very powerful in that position. That God needs you, a prophet or a prophetess, to play your position. He needs you to sing songs of love, light and abundance, make people feel good. But you out here not even being you. You out here working for other individuals. So how can you catch that pass that he's trying to throw you? You not even on the field, chosen ones. That's what I'm trying to tell you. People say you don't got to move in order for God to give you blessings. How that work? How you going to catch it if you not on the field? How you going to be, again, you say you want to be a musician, you not making music. You say you want to be a poet, you ain't write a poem yet. You talking about you want to be this, you want to do that, but you ain't do nothing to get out there in a sense. You not putting yourself on the field to catch that throw, chosen ones. That's it. Put yourself out there. Everybody who has made it successfully, and it's because God actually gave it to them, not because they sabotaging people, because don't let them scams trick you into thinking that's success. There's certain individuals that really did the work, and they got what God told them that they was going to get. And when you hear about it, what do they say? I was doing what I usually do. I could have been making music in this little ass room while I was doing this, and then an opportunity crossed past. Somebody crossed past. Somebody noticed me, so on and so forth. And then all of a sudden, all this abundance came in. You got to realize the difference between you and other people is the person who chooses to make that move. You mad at so-and-so for being successful, but so-and-so stepped out there when God told him to. You understand me? Because again, delayed listening is disobedient because you're not where God told you to be when he was going to throw that to you. You understand me? Now you done fumble the ball, put the blessing in somebody else's hand. That's not how that's working. You better listen when God's talking. You understand me? Nobody can take your future from you. You just have to be you. So therefore, again, you get what God's trying to throw to you. That's it, chosen ones. It's not no rush at all. What's for you will always be waiting there. That's it. You understand? It's never going, they not going to take it back. God's not going to take it back from you. You did the work. You really did everything, and he knows that you earned this and you deserve this. Nobody can take that from you. Only you can stop you from getting it because you paused your progression waiting for these other people. No. They are not getting this throw. And if that means God ain't going to throw it to you while you around those people, so be it. Think of on a field of football. I don't know much about football shit. I like watching it. I don't know the rules for real, but let's just talk. Think of how you see on football. So-and-so's covering this person. So-and-so's covering that person. So therefore, nobody's hands free to receive that catch in a sense. So you got to get away from them, which is that enemy, to free yourself so that you can catch that catch. And then what do? You already know where you're supposed to run to, so you run directly to it. See, chosen ones, I want you to realize, are you prepared? Question yourself. Are you prepared for the prayers that you asking for? Are you prepared for the positions that you asking to be placed in? Are you prepared for these opportunities to come? Because if you not, stop asking for them, because this is real time that you getting these. You understand me? So again, if you're not ready to receive, stop asking until you then prepared yourself. Because You asking God to give certain things that he's going to give you, but are you at the location that you need to be at to receive it? If not, so that's like you asking God, can I have this money? Because when I get this money, I'm going to buy your house. God, I pray, can you please bless me with a house? Can you bless me with this? Now you got the money and you haven't even made no decisions on where you even trying to live. So you was rushing God to give you this funds and you don't even know where you about to spend it at. You don't even know what you doing yet. So you rushed him just to have to still be waiting because now you got to come up with a plan instead of preparing it by, again, aligning everything that it is that you want. And when I say that, chosen ones, I don't mean logical and critical thinkers that have to be so prepared and so planned, so perfect. I'm talking about, are you in the direction that you're expecting? Are you doing, okay, you want to be a musician? Are you making music? If not, why? What are you doing? You asking God to have these opportunities come through. Now, so-and-so wants to hear your music and you can't even play so-and-so a tune. How that work? Now they got to wait on you. So the opportunity you've been waiting for, now you telling them that they have to wait on you. How that works? Stop asking until you prepare for it. You were talking about you want love. Now somebody complimenting you, open the doors for you. Now you don't know if that's what you wanted. Shit. Stop asking for it then. Because now this person who done prepared to meet you, now they meeting you and you ain't even being you. So therefore, what are you asking for it then if you're not prepared for it? Somebody complimenting you, you don't know how to take a compliment. Somebody wanting to open doors for you or do nice things for you, but you the same one talking about how nobody ever does anything for you. Nobody ever shows me love. Nobody ever helps me. Nobody, but so-and-so just offer to help you carry that. So-and-so just asked you to help you do this and you refuse that, but you have enough nerve to ask God for something else. You ain't even, what? That's like your child. Oh, I want something to eat. You give them something to eat. Then all of a sudden they take a few bites and they want a different thing. You know, that's not how that works. You're not going to waste. And when people always say how there's a kid in another country that's asking for that don't have that, we always say we don't know that child. When we was little, we used to make little smart comments like, I don't even know them, so and so forth. Okay. Until that day came where your mother didn't go grocery shopping or you ain't had something to drink, then you became that kid. See, you got to realize that it's a cycle, chosen ones. You can't sit there and feel like just because certain things don't apply to you at that time, that it's not going to apply to you at a later time. See, at that time period, what if you knew? Like, let's talk, right? Like the movie Crash. And excuse me, because I'm getting downloads as we go. So, of course, you know, it might seem like we all over the place, but stay with me, right? Think of the movie Crash. If you never see the movie Crash, all of the concept of the movie is this person who doesn't know this person ends up having something happen to them that relates to them, so on and so forth, right? So what if you had the opportunity? There's certain scenarios where people say you had the opportunity to stop this robbery. You chose to let that person go. Now, all of a sudden, time's passed, and this person is the same person that sat there and robbed your people. So you had the opportunity to just nip all that in the bud, end it immediately, so therefore nobody else would be targeted by it. But you chose, because it didn't affect you, that you wasn't going to sit there and interject to. Man, listen. You better get it together. Because anything that you had an opportunity to change, it's going to come back to you. You understand me? So make sure, again, you being that love and light to other people. You don't realize the position that you play. You smiling that so-and-so could have saved so-and-so from sitting there ending their life that day. You don't know what small thing God is asking you to do and why he's asking you to do it at that time, because you have the ability to be that trigger for other people. You got to make those moves, chosen ones. You can't be out here just, you understand? You know, you have a position to play. And I'm trying to tell you, you don't know how you're going to come through and be somebody else's safe haven, how you're going to save the day, how now they're going to pay it forward to the next person and the next person. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you. You got to listen when God tells you to do something. The difference between you and somebody else is based upon who does it when God asks them to do it. People are mad at you. There's certain, let's talk. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you an example, right? Growing up, since the first time I was able to legally work, say 14, 15, I always was able to get a real professional job, right? And when I say that, I mean jobs that pay good money. When I was 14 or 15, I was making 15 an hour, right? And individuals used to look at me like, how you keep getting into these locations? How you keep getting that job when it says that it requires this, it requires that? The difference between me and them is me, I knew I had what it takes to perform those tasks. They sat there and allowed something that somebody else said that this is the requirements to make them feel like they couldn't even apply for it. Had they applied themselves, they would have seen that they could do it too. See, I'm trying to tell you the difference between you and them is based upon who makes those moves when God asks them to. See, you got to have confidence, chosen ones. I could tell you how many times people used to tell me, how you got the same job as me and I got a bachelor's degree? How you got the same job as me and I've been working this job consistently? How you getting all these promotions quickly? How you know this information so swiftly? And it's because, again, I was aligning my purpose. I was doing what God asked me to do. So therefore, at the time, I realized that he had me play this position because I was going to obtain this information from these people. I was going to obtain this information from this job. I was going to cross paths with this person that triggered this thought, so on and so forth. Now, looky. Individuals who went to school for years. That wasn't me. I could be truthful. I didn't go to college. In high school, I took some courses, college courses, but I didn't go to college. And I always hear people talk about, how you doing what I've been striving to do? Certain people got their masters in certain areas of interest that I'm currently doing. I'm like, listen, you went to school all those years, but you ain't listening when God told you to make certain moves. See, you thought that you knew so much when you ain't really know shit. You heard me? I'm trying to tell you, there's certain people that's looking at you like, why them? They don't deserve it. There's certain positions you about to get promoted to that somebody been waiting on that position to get promoted to them. It's not happening. Because they didn't trust them. They ain't listen to God when God was talking to them. They ain't make those moves like you. And they ain't confident at the ability that God allowed them to do. So therefore, again, they wondering why it's you. Why not? Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Why? You mad because God told you you had the ability to do that, but you allowed to your partner to tell you that you couldn't do that. You listened to your mother tell you that you needed to go to school and that you had to do this to pursue that, and God told you what you need to learn and what you need to give to people. I already instilled in you. Nobody can teach you what I'm going to teach you. Nobody can teach you what I taught you. God done gave you certain knowledge that you giving credit to other people. You got to realize that you don't have all the answers. You heard me? So again, you got to realize the position that you're supposed to be in, you deserve it. You got to trust it, chosen ones. That's the difference. You not trying. You talking about, I'm doing all these things, but you're not applying it. You didn't had made all this music. Who you play it to? Do you promote you like you expect other people to do for you? Do you believe in your ability? If you do, then why are you still sitting there depending on other jobs and other positions to give it to you? Go out and get it. You got everything that you need, chosen ones. I'm trying to tell you. God is going to show you that you don't need what you thought. You talking about, I need money to make my dreams come true. That's not true. You need your dreams to make money. That's it. Everything always comes back to you. Anything that you're doing when you're really in your purpose. For instance, again, I'm going to use me as an example. Because, you know what I'm saying? I have been all my life connected to the spiritual world, always connected to spirits, been able to see ghosts, been able to feel what people feel, been able to tell you about certain things that you got going on. I've been always somebody who helped people, always been close to God, so on and so forth, right? Whole time I had all the skills that I needed. But I was thinking that I needed more training for this. I needed this. I needed that. I ain't see it. Whole time now, I trusted God. All these positions I was getting, God was like, walk away from them. Do you know how many corporate jobs I walked away from? And people thought I was crazy, called me dumb, talking about you had that money, you had this, you had that. And I'm like, nah, God told me that's not where I'm supposed to be at. When I walked in the doors, my heart started beating quick. I could tell it was a battle between good and some evil shit. I'm like, oh, nah. Soon as I asked God for a sign, like, God, am I supposed to get out of here? Them winds started to come. I was like, cool, I punched out. I didn't know what I was going to do. But God was like, listen, trust me and I got you. So then I started to, again, push my purpose. Start listening to him. Whole time now went from making money for these corporate organizations to making money for myself. See, God used my purpose to receive profit so that I don't have to go to nobody else. See, I used to feel bad like, God, I don't want to get money for the gifts that you gave me. How that sound? He was like, how that sound for you not to get profit for the purpose that I'm placing you in? So therefore now you getting money for doing the things that I'm asking you to do. Man, listen, you got to realize that, chosen ones. God, if you in your purpose, God's going to provide you profit because you're doing what he's asking you to do. That means you're not sitting there trying to separate your time from this company that you work for and you. Everything is going to align. So again, the true career you're supposed to be in is going to be aligned with your purpose, but you got to believe in him. You got to be willing to jump out there in a sense. You understand me? No matter if other people see it, they can talk bad. Get away from those people. Anybody doubting you, talking about, nah, you can't do it. Nah, y'all don't know God then like I do. Because there was times I didn't know how I was going to eat and God helped produce that food. There was times I didn't know how the bills was going to get paid and looky, those payments went through. So therefore, anytime they doubt you, they don't know God like you. And if they do, then they wouldn't be saying all these doubting words to you. You better stand in your power, chosen ones. So-and-so telling you that's not good because they scared that if you stop doing what you do, you can't provide for them. Nah, they going to have to find it themselves. You heard me? Your mother talking about you got a good job or that partner's a good partner for you, but he put his hands on you. He tell you what you can and cannot do. Money has all power over y'all's relationship. You didn't put him up on a pedestal in public, but behind closed door, he treats you like shit. It don't make no sense. Why are you out here living a facade? If mommy's talking about so-and-so's a good man, then mommy can go and have him. You heard me? Nah. Don't let people tell you what's best for you when you dealing with it and God is speaking to you internally, intuitively, using your discernment too. Don't allow these people to tell you what you can and cannot do again. Nobody can bully you if God's backing you, so you better make those moves. Talking about he a good man, Savannah. Shit. If you don't get your ass on, trying to tell you. They out here wanting to pre-plan your life because, again, they failed theirs, so they feel like they can try again. Shit. Ain't happening over here. Get that shit up out of here. You think, nah, I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, do what you feel called to do. Don't allow nobody stopping you. The only difference between you and making it is that opportunity getting presented to you, but it can't get passed to you if you're not in that field, chosen ones. That's it. Get in the field, chosen ones. You heard me. You've been practicing for this shot. I'm trying to tell you. Soon as God throws it to you, you're going to catch it. You've been practicing this. You're going to catch it and run right to the goal and be celebrated. People are going to be mad like so-and-so came out of nowhere. So-and-so came off the bench. So-and-so was this. You was a hidden treasure the whole time. You knew what you was doing. You knew why you was practicing every day. You know why you was out there in the rain. You know why you had to keep starting over so you can build that, man, cardio up. You not exhausted. You know exactly what you going to do. So as soon as that opportunity hit, you going to shoot your shot in front of these people. And guess what? After you make it, everybody's going to celebrate you. I'm trying to tell you. It's okay. They ain't got to know that you a star. That makes it better. They not supposed to see you shine. Because guess what? The people who are around you when they didn't see anything that was going to come benefit from you, but they ain't see no money on you. They ain't see people celebrating you. These people that still believed in your movement before it start moving, these are the people that God truly sent for you. These other individuals that used to say, oh, you really developed your gift. Let me tell you something, chosen ones. You only become more what you already are. You heard me? You already become more what you are. When people say, oh, so-and-so done changed, so-and-so did this. Now, let me talk, right? Before y'all start ruffling your feathers, hear me out. So when you hear of certain addicts, what do they say? They say they are in rehab, or they say, again, they've been sober since this age, but they always say they still an addict because they still have that addictive mentality in a sense, or whatever the case may be. They always still refer them as an addict, but they say that they're recovering. Or again, they say that they're sober since so on and so forth, right? Now, with that being said, and this is not me just saying it, this is something that they actually say. So this ain't me discrediting you in no way, shape, or form. I'm proud of you. You understand me? I'm proud of you. But let's talk. You only become more what you truly are. So outside of individuals, we're not talking about people who have substance problems again. I'm proud of you for trying. You beating it. You understand. You keep going. But have you ever heard somebody who said this? Have you ever ran into somebody, y'all done had friends, family, foes, shits, people you seen, where they like, okay, I ran into this difficult time period, and they chose to do a few things. So there's people who they didn't have food to eat, and they prostitute to get those funds. There's people who stole some shit in order to get certain things done, but they changed their ways, right? They no longer do that. This is why I say you only become more who you are. Because there's some individuals that no matter what situation occurs, they will never do that. No matter how hard it gets, they like, nah, fuck that. I ain't doing that shit. Like, no, thank you. Now, this ain't discrediting those individuals who did it and say they're not going to do it again. But I always say that's cautious, because what if they placed with the same situations? If they feel like they don't got no food again, they feel like everything just fell through for them, they gonna go back and say, shit, I did it once, I could probably do it again, or I'll only do it this time because I had to do it. So that means that they the same person under certain circumstances. Now hear me out. You out here forgiving certain individuals that already showed you the truth about themselves. There's individuals that already showed you that they a cheater, already showed you that they a beater, already showed you that they a petty thief, so on and so forth. They already said and showed you about these things. But you forgave them and helped and thought, because you put them in a different situation, that they wouldn't go and choose to select those same things again. You got to realize that some things is just in individuals. Certain people, you never, no matter how many times people persuade you or how many times they told you to sign this contract, you know damn well you would never sell your soul to the devil. You know damn well that you would never kill this person, this kid, that, or all this shit that they do and that they did. So why would you connect with these people when they didn't already showed you they do it once, so therefore they do it again under certain circumstances? You heard me? So if you see somebody talking about they doing black magic on this person, they putting magic on this, what makes you think that they wouldn't do the same to you too? If they felt that in that situation, that's something that they had to do. But you don't feel like it applies to you because at that time, they're not doing these things to you, just to find out why they was targeting those people. They was distracting you because they was targeting your ass too. You better be smart, chosen ones. We are the trumpets that they was talking about. When they say before God shows up, you going to hear them trumpets sound. That's chosen ones speaking their truth, and that is currently happening right now. I want you to realize that the sound of those trumpets is you speaking your truth. You calling out certain evil things and making sure you illuminate your light so the darkness has nowhere to run to. I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, sound those trumpets. See, when they say the end of times, the trumpets show that God's about to come through. So let's think about that. Trumpets give a sign that God's about to come through. Trumpets is a loud noise that comes from the pit within you. So you think when you blowing those trumpets, that air is coming from inside of you. Trumpets, again, give a warning that God's about to come through. So you gave these individuals warning that what happens when they chose to cross you. You gave these individuals that warning when you told them had they went in this direction, what God was going to do. See, you've been the trumpets this whole time. You ain't realized the trumpets symbolize something that you had inside of you. You are the trumpets. You getting louder and louder, letting them know it's the end of an evil era. You sounding an alarm. And they know that. Your light's getting blinding their ass. Your light is blinding their ass. It's illuminating and eliminating their darkness. There's nowhere for them to run to. There's nowhere to hide. I'm trying to tell you, letting them know that God's about to come through. You sound those trumpets. I'm trying to tell you. If they can't feel it now, when they say, we always heard this, when God comes back, there's no way that you can deny him. Y'all still denying it? You ain't see how God's doing? You ain't see how he's moving? You ain't see what he's doing? I'm trying to tell you again, the wrath of God is hell to some and love to some too. See, God's causing hell to these individuals that was trying to cross you. But that him doing that is showing how much love he has for you. Love for your loyalty. Love for you trustworthy. Love, showing love that you love others. The abundance that you share. See, again, this ending that they about to receive is something that you already been prepared for. All you got to do is sit it out while he cleans the house. And I'm trying to tell you, you're going to be good. So chosen ones, know to mind your business. And when I say mind your business, I mean mind your business. Start your business. Start writing something. Start drawing something. Start singing something. Start smiling at people. Be other individuals' safe haven too. You heard me. You don't know why at the time, but God intentionally sent these people to you. I'm going to tell you a quick story before I get up off of here, right? A few weeks, listen, everywhere I move to, I'm always the neighborhood mother. Everybody always gravitates towards me. Kids I see acting out, I'm like, listen, talk to me. You good? What's on your mind? I talk to them with love. You understand me? I understand them. I understand why they could be doing what they doing. I ask them questions. So again, I'm like the neighborhood mother, anywhere I go, right? So with this being said, a few weeks ago, I seen a few kids. They was on the side of the road holding certain signs, asking for certain money and all of that, right? Now, when I seen them, of course I read them, I seen through, and I seen something about their situation wasn't right. So I doubled back, went to where they was at, pulled over to the side of the road, gave them money. Like, listen, take this money, but get up out of here. There's weirdos out here. There's people that, again, could harm you, so on and so forth. I talked to them, right? That brief little second went about my business. Time flashed forward. All of a sudden, I get a knock at the door in a sense. It's late at night. This literally just happened recently. I hear a knock at my door. So, of course, I'm on cue, but I go to look to see who it is. And it was one of these little kids. The child that I had just briefly crossed paths with, gave them a little bit of love and acknowledgement, gave them funds and told them to get off of that corner and go ahead and get something for them and their siblings. I sat there and didn't realize at that time I was creating a safe haven. So at that time, I didn't realize why God had me do it. Then fast forward to all of a sudden, this individual came to my door. I didn't even know that they seen where I live. The same little child I helped came and asked me for guidance, told me about situations they got going on, getting abused, used, so on and so forth. Asked me, could they use my phone? I'm like, sure, who you calling? They said they're calling the law. I said, of course. As we waiting for the police to arrive to again come and assist this child, I start talking to the child, asking them questions. They start talking about their experiences. They start, again, feeling the need to vent to me, talking about they've been trying to get help by certain individuals repeatedly, that they didn't got put in certain centers and were acting out, but the whole time it was because of what was going on within their household. Therefore, again, at that time period, I didn't realize that small conversation, that me crossing paths with them, made them feel comfortable with me to come get help and get somebody to help them about certain things that was going on in their house. You understand me? So you never know. And I kept telling him, like, I'm proud of you. No matter who tries to argue and say that you didn't do the right thing or makes you feel like you're going to have your siblings go to different houses, I say you showing them that cycle stops with you. You not realizing that your siblings, I said, how are you sounding? You keep talking about your concern for your siblings. I said, so therefore, what do you feel? Your siblings look up to you too. So you speaking up, speaking your truths, you saying that you no longer going to do it. I said, yeah, at the time period, your people going to be mad. They going to say that you separated your family. They going to try to blame you, but you don't know what you really did. You broke that cycle. You heard me? I'm trying to tell you. You're going to have to get that together. You're going to have to get that together. You never know who you being sent to help or guide. You don't know who feels your aura and knows that they can finally release what they feeling inside. You don't know who you're going to end up changing and persuading to break the cycle. And by breaking their cycle, they saving lives too. You're going to have to play that position that God asked you to do. You don't know who you saving, chosen ones. That smile, that door holding open, that, oh, you are beautiful. You don't know how that could change somebody's life. You don't know why you saying it at the time, and you may feel awkward saying it, but say it. God has a reason why you saying it. You're going to be saving them. I'm trying to tell you. Play your position, chosen ones, all right? Don't allow nobody to mentally manipulate you, persuade you. Don't let nobody bully you. God's backing you. You stand in your truth and you show other people to be proud of being a good person too. You heard me? We don't know. It's no longer allowing certain things to be looked over. You see somebody in need and you see that they trying to help them and they helping themselves to succeed, and God gives you the go ahead that you can be that person to help these people lean on, then be that. But listen to God, because not everybody who needs help, you need to help. Certain individuals are hurting because they hurt somebody else. So be smart. Use your discernment, will play your part. How Andre 3000 say, play your... Listen, we ain't going to go into that. We ain't going to go into that, but y'all, play your position. I love y'all so much. I got to get up off here because I do got a few things to do. I don't have readings on Sundays. That's my relax and recharge day. But you can book readings for the rest of this week. Please don't let these people scam you. All right? Please know that the link is in my bio. You can only book your readings through the link in my bio. I'll never reach out to you asking for a reading. You have to be ready to receive it because I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm going to tell you about your partner, what they doing to you, what your mother, your brother, your sister, your cousin, and what you doing to you too. I'll help you as far as let you know what areas that you blocked in, what you need assistance, so on and so forth. I got multiple readings for different things that you need. But again, if you don't get your confirmation through me, then you're going to get it through somebody else. So trust your process, all right? But just please, if you see any fake pages, block and report them. If you ever wonder if it's my true page, click the link in my bio. I only got one YouTube, one TikTok, and one Instagram. And all I ask is please go follow those pages. Because TikTok, they always talking about how it's possible the U.S. going to take it down. So make sure that we able to connect outside of this, all right? I love you so much. Thank you for y'all's loves, y'all's likes, y'all shares, y'all subscribes, y'all's gifts. I appreciate you. Your donations, I appreciate you. You understand me? I promise you I do. Y'all continue to be great. If you need me, thank you, Tinsley. I appreciate you, love. But listen, I love y'all so much. If you need me, you know how to reach me. I'm going to upload this live a little later. Also, click on my page on my TikTok. Because you know I'll be deleting stuff and be messing up my little algorithm. So I need y'all to get them, you know, get that back up. But I love y'all so much. Y'all continue to be great. Please, if you need me, you know how to reach me, all right? Be great.